Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant on Violet, starring Olivia Munn, about a woman who's having some anxiety about her, her self-confidence. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books, links in the description if you'd like to support the channel. Please also give me an upvote if you can. We've got 2 other videos. We do 4 videos a day, me and this little dog. And they're on Bitchute and Rumble. The links are also in the description. And let's get into this. Let's get into it. Violet. Violet is, I'm not sure who she's supposed to be. I think she's supposed to be a version of Justine Bateman because she wrote and directed this. You may remember her from Family Ties. She was the sister, I think, right? She was one of the sisters. And her brother is Justine Bateman. Right, the other Bateman actor, and she's directing a movie, and it doesn't look bad. Looks pretty good. Olivia Munn, is she a good actress? I've never been a big fan of her acting, quite frankly. She seems to be trying in this. Seems to be trying to be more serious in her various acting roles. She plays some sort of, movie producer trying to make it in Hollywood or whatever, but she's got the inner voice that's saying she's a loser, and she keeps listening to it. And what really appealed to me in the movie is there's a moment where she sees a billboard that says, do the opposite, right? And I don't know if I ever told you, I think I did a video way back when about I adopted the George Costanza method, which is my life was going down the tubes. All I have to do is start doing the opposite since I've made every wrong decision, and then everything seemed to come together. And I kind of did that with, I was always very negative, and I'd said, well, I'm going to try to be positive about everything that I used to be negative about. And, not everything, obviously, but a lot of things. Generally being positive instead of generally being negative, and it worked out good. So this movie kind of speaks to me a little bit. Justine Bateman is an interesting character. She's, I liked her back in the day in the show. She also, I almost didn't want to review this, but she signed the petition to oust Gavin Newsom, so she's a bit based. I think she deserves our support. So if you're looking for someone to support, I think you should definitely support someone like this, because she at least had that common sense. And, I like the look of the movie. I'm not the biggest fan of Olivia Munn trying to act. She doesn't look awful. I'll say that. She doesn't look awful. She's not Meryl Streep levels, but she looks okay in this movie. I don't know if I believe her as a character. I mean, she's a little too pretty for the role, I would say. And that's a real thing. I mean, let's be honest. Pretty people, the doors swing wide open for them. And so it's hard for me to believe a woman as beautiful as Olivia Munn wouldn't get everything she wanted pretty much all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially these days. So, I mean, that's something that I would want to see overcome in this. And she seems to be focusing on her relationships too, which I think would be more fertile ground for this. Maybe she's got a boyfriend who's undermining her confidence, or has always had sort of an undermined confidence. But it seems like a very personal movie too, so I like that. It's produced by Justine as well. So good. I like to see. I like to see a new director, and at the same time somebody I kind of know, who had some talent. I mean, Family Ties. She was really good on Family Ties, and it makes sense that someone who acted in a show that was a pretty good show. I mean, Family Ties was solid. Would have some directing abilities. Comedy is all about timing. So, although the movie itself doesn't look funny, it's definitely a drama. It would be hard for me to like the movie only because I'm not a big drama guy, and generally don't. I mean, I couldn't really. Again, Olivia Munn, she's still pretty stunning. I mean, there's a reason she was cast as Cyclops in the X-Men. She looks just like her. Other than the fact, I think Cyclops was Asian. But she's gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. So maybe they needed to dress her down a bit to make this work. But she does look kind of like a young Justine Bateman when you get right down to it. So I'm sensing this is very autobiographical. I would say the first act is, about her life, and then she's got that inner voice, and it's getting worse and worse, being more and more negative. Then at the end of the first act, there's an event, it gets really bad, and then there's an event, and she decides, I'm going to do the opposite. And then she does, and then things start to change. She faces all these challenges in her life. I think her relationship falls apart, and maybe things fall apart at work too, but she sort of soldiers through it. And I would say in the third act, she overcomes everything. Maybe she doesn't get everything she wants, but her as a person comes through, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm sensing it could be. So I think it'd be a halfway decent movie. I think it'd be very watchable. I don't really like the cut of this trailer, though. It's a little too focused on the inner voice part. And, maybe it's because it's a little too much Olivia Munn, because it's her, and then it's her voiceover, too. I don't know. I just kind of am annoyed by Olivia Munn. A little bit. I think she's gorgeous. I really do. But, and they've really been trying to sell her hard as a serious actress. I mean, she's okay. I don't know why she hasn't done comedies. Because she seemed to want to be a comedic actress, especially when she started. She would do the gamer girl thing. Why she didn't appear in, like, Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. It would seem like the perfect venue for her. But who knows? It's all about agents and studios. So Violet, coming soon. I say support this movie. Support Justine Bateman and, give Olivia Munn another chance, I guess.